Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am so excited for today's video because we are going thrifting for the first time since moving back here. We're going to a new store, which I'm really excited to check out, and we're also going to learn a new skill, which I am really excited because I've been wanting to do this forever. So lately I've been really into patterns and mixing and matching colors and styles and stuff, and every single time I go to the craft store, I cannot find a good fabric that I really like. So I thought to myself, maybe the thrift store will have some good options, because a couple of months ago I made this frame with an old t-shirt and I absolutely love the fabric that I used on it. So for this video, I really want to focus on fabrics and textiles that I can find at the thrift store to create something completely new and unique. So that includes bed sheets, clothes, accessories, maybe some scarves or handbags, or even leather. We'll see what we can find. I just really wanted to challenge myself because I found out that only 10 to 20% of the clothing at thrift stores actually gets sold, and if it doesn't get sold, then it gets resent out to another outlet, then they get reused or recycled, and if they can't be, they will actually end up in a landfill. So I want to save some items from ending up there and creating something really amazing. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned this a couple times on the channel before, but I have always wanted to learn how to sew, but I'm just really scared that I'm gonna be bad at it. Like, I'm pretty sure that the last time I sewed anything was in 5th grade, and now that we're in a new space, I have a lot of ideas that require some basic sewing, so I want to learn that skill today. So that is my mission this week. We are going to obtain a sewing machine. Maybe we could find one at the thrift store or get one secondhand. I am so excited because I feel like this is gonna unlock a whole new era of DIY for me, so I'm really excited. Let's go to the thrift store and let's see what we can find. Okay, we have made it to a brand new Goodwill location. So I've never been here before, but it just opened up, I think, a couple of months ago. Really not sure what they have here, but based on the photos, I think they should have some bed sheets and bedding and hopefully some pillowcases and stuff so that I can use the fabric for our projects. I do have a backup thrift store to go to in case we don't find anything here. So fingers crossed that we find some really good items. Okay, I'm trying to choose between this pattern and this pattern. I really like the color of this, but I feel like this is more the vibe that I'm going for. So I think I will put this one back, even though I really, really like it. I'm about to head out the door because we are getting a sewing machine today. I actually did not find any at the thrift store, as you guys saw, so I went on Facebook Marketplace. I found a couple of good options, but as soon as I messaged the person, they literally would list it as sold, or they just did not get back to me. So I was losing a little bit of hope, but then I remembered that I actually can rent one from the library. A lot of libraries do this, and my local one has a whole collection of things that you could just check out. So that is what we're gonna do today. This is actually my first time going to the library here, and I also need to get a library card, which I'm really excited about. And the branch that I'm going to is really pretty, so let's go to the library. Guys, the sewing machine is in my possession, and I actually got a peek at it while I was at the library. It actually looks really nice. They actually have several sewing machines, but this was the last one there, so I got very lucky that I got there in time to snag it up. But let's unbox her. Da, 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 da. And it's the wrong way. So it has everything that I need. It has the pedal, a user manual. I watched a couple of videos, so I kind of have an idea of how to use this, but again, I have not used a sewing machine in, I don't know, like 2 decades or so. So let's see how this goes. So it looks like someone messed up on their project and there's like a bunch of thread stuck in here. How do I get this out? I'm taking some scrap fabric from one of the bed sheets that I got, and I'm gonna try to use this as my test piece. Don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna keep watching this video as I work through it.
Another beginner tip when sewing squares or rectangles is to sew down to the corner and then raise your presser foot, turn the fabric, and continue sewing the other side.
I think I did it. I think I did it. I think I just did it. Okay. Oh my God, I did it! That took a lot of trial and error, and I had to watch multiple tutorials, but I definitely made some mistakes. I think my thread was too thick. I also didn't do the bobbin correctly down here, but my first piece ever that I sewed correctly. Like, look at that. That is really good, right? I think I have to buy a sewing machine now. Here is where we started. I was jamming the machine, and this is the first piece that I did. Definitely does not look right because look at how loose this part is. I definitely did something wrong. And now here are all of my test pieces that I did. I definitely am feeling a lot more comfortable, and for this project I just need to learn how to do a straight stitch. So I feel like I've done pretty well at that. I've done it a couple of times here. I even turned it inside out to make a little tube, so I feel so much more comfortable. And guys, look at how cool this is. Like, the machine could do a bunch of different types of stitches, and I like this little star one. It is so decorative and cute. Guys, this is gonna sound crazy, but Brian and I just celebrated 16 years together, and I think I'm in denial because I feel like high school was just yesterday. Like, that number doesn't even sound real. To celebrate, we're taking an anniversary trip to Hawaii this weekend. It is one of our favorite places, and I feel so lucky to be going back. It truly is such a magical place because the sunsets there are unreal, but we are basically going to hang out on the beach, go hiking, and also eat tons of food, poke and spam musubi and shave ice like every single day. I'm bringing my new Away suitcase, and Away is so kindly sponsoring today's video. This honestly could not have come at a more perfect time because we are leaving tomorrow and I still have to pack. So I just upgraded to the bigger carry-on Flex in this beautiful salt white color, and what makes this special is that it has an expandable zipper, so this opens up another 2.25 inches. If you are like me and you like to over prepare and overpack, this makes such a difference. It gives you so much flexibility. I wish I had this on our road trip because every single day I would have to neatly pack my suitcase again and again, and with this I would not have had to. At least for this trip, I'm packing a suitcase in the middle of November, so I cannot complain. I'm also bringing the large toiletry bag, which is so thoughtfully designed. I also got this in salt white to match my luggage. This opens all the way so you can see exactly what you have. I love that there are little pockets. There's also a zipper and a clear zipper pouch. It's also water repellent and wipeable, and you could just tell this is so well made. I really appreciate that Away tests everything so that it's built for real life situations, and it's also made to last. I've had my OG Away carry-on for going on 7 years now, and it is still perfect. It still glides like a dream, and I've taken it everywhere on so many different trips, and I actually got that one gifted to me from one of my best friends, and I think it's probably one of the best gifts I've ever gotten. If you really want to treat someone this holiday, get them good luggage and good travel accessories. You honestly cannot go wrong because there is something for everyone on your list. If you want the best prices, now is the time because Away is doing holiday savings all month long. I will leave a link down below so you guys can shop for yourself or for your loved ones. Thank you so much, Away. Now let's get back into the video. Okay, I wanted to do a little haul of the linens that I picked up. So the first thing I did was wash all of them. So I don't really remember what was priced at what, but everything was basically $5, $6, and $7. So I really wanted to find something with stripes, and this is perfect because you guys know I love green and I love the double stripe here. I think this was a curtain. I went back to look for more, and then I saw this. Look at the pattern on this. I'm really happy with this find because it almost looks exactly like the fabric that's used in one of my inspo photos. So I am so happy that I found this. At first I thought it was like a shower curtain, but I don't see any grommets or anything. So I'm thinking this is probably a tablecloth. For this first project, we are making over this lamp. I actually did not see this in the main lamp section. It was with like a bunch of other newer items. I absolutely love the shape of the base, and I have to hold it like this because the knob at the top is missing, so I have to figure out how to fix that. And then this shade has definitely seen better days. It's a little bit dented, a little bit stained, so I have a couple of ideas for this. And also as a bonus, it came with a light bulb, which is a huge plus. For this lamp project, we're gonna work on all three parts of it. So we're gonna work on the lampshade, the base, and also the cord. So let's transform this piece. So for this project, I'm planning to put this lamp in our entryway, and something that I cannot stand are cords, especially when they're on a countertop. And I've always wanted a cord cover, but have just never found myself to like go out and buy one. So I thought, why not create one? Because I feel like it's the perfect project, especially as a very new person to sewing. And if you don't have a sewing machine, you could also hand sew or just use hemming tape if you want. So basically what we want to do is create a long tube to cover this cord. And to do that, I'm going to need fabric that is at least 2 times the length of my cord. So I think I'm going to go with the striped one for this one. I feel like that would go really nicely, especially once it gets all scrunched up. So I'm just going to cut out a long piece, and since we're folding this in half, you want to make sure that it will at least fit over the end of the plug. And now probably the hardest part of all is actually turning this inside out. I have no idea how people actually do it, but I'm just gonna start from the inside and work my way out. This is like when you get the drawstring of your pants lost and it takes 5 million years to get it out. It is time to work on the lampshade. So I'm very inspired by these painted ones. So I thought I would do something similar. I'm thinking about doing like a moth theme. So I'm gonna use one of these disappearing ink markers to trace everything on. And then I think I'm gonna use fabric markers and acrylic paint to paint the design. Loathing, unadulterated loathing. I feel like moths have kind of been my thing lately. I just think they are so beautiful, and painting the patterns on each one was so much fun. I actually ended up not using the fabric markers and found that regular old craft paint worked super well. If you guys know any other alternatives, please let me know in the comments, because this will not be my last time painting a lampshade. Even though we have all of our furniture in our new apartment, it's still looking a little bit sparse. So I'm really excited to decorate with my DIYs and adding more handcrafted touches like this lamp. In terms of makeovers though, I'm taking it pretty slow this time around. We've been in our place for over a month now, and I still have not painted any of the walls, which is not like us at all, but I blame Q4 because this is the time when things get super busy for us. I'm working on tons of projects right now, and makeovers are getting folded into that mix. My focus right now is just to cozy up the apartment for the holidays so that it feels more homey, but soon enough, this lamp is going to be in the perfect spot, all styled up. Something that I'm learning is that not only do I need to trust the process, but I also have to trust myself. So I started by painting the back, and I really was not liking how this was turning out because the fabric markers were bleeding on it and it was not looking the best. But after just trying out different paint colors and adding on more and more layers, I honestly am really happy with how these moths came out. Like, I really love how all these colors are meshing together. I still have a couple of details to do, but overall I would 100% recommend that you guys paint your lampshades because it makes such a beautiful and unique look. This is why you should check out every single section at the thrift store, even if you're not planning on getting something from that section, because you never know what you might find. So for example, I found this frame in the most random aisle. I think someone like had it in their cart and then they just put it back. Look at all the detail on this. It is basically new. It is a little bit dusty, but honestly, it has the original artwork that was already in here, and it is perfect for my next project. So I had this photo pinned because I really wanted to make some type of pin board with a fabric that had that toile pattern on it. I really hope that I'm saying it right.
So the pronunciation in English is as toile.
I just really wanted to find any type of pattern. So when I saw this, I was like, this is just meant to be. So I'm gonna start by making the backing, and you can definitely use a corkboard or some type of foam, but I'm actually just gonna use some cardboard because I have a bunch laying around. And I'm also gonna use this foam sheet on top. This was literally the only one that they had at the craft store. So luckily we don't need it to look pretty. I think it's because of the holidays, but around this time of year, I feel like whenever I go to Michael's, a lot of the shelves are looking very empty. So I got what I could find, and this actually has shoe prints on it. One thing about me is that I love memorabilia. I love collecting things for memory keeping. I even was in the scrapbook club in middle school, and I feel like that is where my love for scrapbooking and memory keeping really started. So obviously I'm a photo strip lover, and if we go somewhere and there's a photo booth, we are taking photos. Usually I just keep them in an album or in my journal, but I want to put more of my personal photos out on display in frames, or in this case on a memory board. I've been dying to go to a vintage photo booth, so to commemorate our 16th year anniversary, we went to one and we took some pictures, and it was so much fun. So it was really cool because everything was analog, and the photos are made by going through the whole process of chemical baths. They come out in black and white, and something about those cameras just makes everyone look so good. Like, it looks like there's a filter on you. There's no screen, there are no redos, and there's only one physical copy that comes out. So I feel like it truly encapsulates this one moment forever. I still can't believe that I really made this. Like, these projects this week have taught me so much. I'm really, really proud of my first sewing project, and I think I'm gonna make cord covers literally for every lamp around the house because it just looks so good. I can't believe it took me this long to learn how to sew, but now that I know the basics, I wanna do so many more projects. So if you guys have any other project ideas that I should try out next, leave them down in the comments below. I feel like I'm in a whole new world of DIY, and I hope you guys are ready to go on this journey with me because I am looking to buy sewing machines, so more projects coming up. Also, I hope you take this as your sign to go and find a vintage photo booth and take some photos because these are so cute. Something about the camera they use just makes you look so good. I think I might actually put this in our bedroom, and I'm definitely gonna use the rest of this fabric for something else. If you're not subscribed already, make sure to subscribe so you can see where these projects end up in the new apartment. And if you want to see more from me, you can follow me over on Instagram where I post every single day. So that is it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay inspired, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!